Hello everyone and welcome to my first video on chess for everyone. And today we are going to learn we are going to analyze a top game with two grandmasters called Wesley So is white and Magnus Carlsen, the top player at chess, is black, and Magnus Carlsen is in Norway and Wesley So is in the United States of America. So let's get started. So in this position, Wesley played e4, which is a book move, and a book move is like a normal opening move, and we haven't really done this opening before, but Magnus Carlsen played c5, which is the Sicilian defense. That's an opening, and it's planning to control the center with this way, with the if the knight goes here and if the pawn goes here. It's not always advisable for the pawn to go here, but the knight can go there. And then Wesley played knight f3. I would do knight f3. If I was Wesley, I would do that. Definitely, that's a good move. It's developing, it's controlling that center. Then Magnus Carlsen played d6, which makes kind of like a pawn chain. Well, I don't really understand that move because it blocks the c8 bishop, but he's a grandmaster and he knows better, and I think d6 is stronger because it controls the center of where the knight is. The next move was b5 check. So bishop b5 check. So normally when I'm doing the Sicilian, if he doesn't move here, I will go over here, but the reason why I won't go over here right now is because it's kind of like a tempo. Even though it's controlling the center, this pawn has got some ups, but if this is not here, if he goes here, then this pawn is an isolated pawn. So yeah, so bishop b5, that's a book move, and that's a normal move, and it checks the king. And the next move is knight d7. I'm not really sure of knight d7. Most people like me will play to block it over there, because the reason why there's a study called bad checks, and this looks kind of like a bad check because you can just go here. Yes, so you can just go here, but they just move here. I got the feeling it's so they can control the center more. And then the next move is castling for Wesley, and that's a book move. That's a reasonable move. I will rather castle in this position. And he went knight f6 and rook e1. That's also a reasonable move because also a defense there in the center. a6. Because if you move here and then the bishop moves there, then you can just move there and the bishop is no longer pinning the knight. And then, but he moved all the way back to bishop f1, and now Magnus Carlsen went b6, probably because to give some more defense to this pawn. Then Wesley went c4. I understand this because Wesley has to go to c4, so this pawn can't advance and control the center while other pieces control the center. I understand. And bishop b7. I will rather go here. Like it's the best move because it keeps on controlling the center, and it also controls over here. And knight c3, that's a good move, I think, because it keeps on controlling. And we are nearly done with development. this is just some moves to show you. These are normal opening center moves. Okay, so now they've done a trident. So the reason why the knight moving here is best, maybe because it advances the knight to a stronger square. Also. These are all good moves. And C and B3 is best because it attacks this rook, and it gains a tempo for Wesley. And now knight A7, that's a good move, but rook takes A4 will be the best move, because if you take that, then there's no way you can take that, and you can also take this future onwards. So now let's look here. Now F4 is a mistake, maybe because it opens the king side. So if we want to see why is it an actual mistake, then we have to analyze doing other moves. So if you prefer to just defend, so if you prefer to defend, oh no, it's her move. And so now if you prefer to like go here, that is an even blundered mistake because it goes here. So the reason why this is a mistake we figured out, because that's a mistake because one, it opens the king side, and two, it nearly missed the second tempo. So now that's another mistake. Bishop C5 would happen the best. It is reasonable why they're doing it, just so they can take that, but I'll show you. So if you go here, and so for example, then he can't take this, and if he wants to take like, so now it's his move, and if he, so then after he takes E5, there will be some more situations coming up. So the first situation is, you can see that the pin is quite relative. And so Wesley is up a piece, but more tempo is like kind of coming up. So in this position, after F takes E5, most of you might be like kind of like trapped up where to do it and just move somewhere else. However, this is an absolute blunder, because after you do that, he can just he can kind of like take that and you can win. Sorry for the people who know that, I just wanted to teach those ones who didn't know it. So in this case, the actual move is to go here. Even though it blockades us from taking, it just goes to a better position, and if you take that, there's always some tempo coming up. So going back to the position, so let's advance the contagious. So this is the position now. So now he took that, and he is now doing these moves, which are all okay moves. Oh, and then in this move, Wesley resigned. That is what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you a game between two powerful grandmasters, Magnus Carlsen and Wesley So. And that is what I wanted to show you today, and I will see you in our next video.